Okay, One X developers. Your One X handheld with a 10.5-inch screen. The idea came from me, Chris. You guys thought you were. You guys think you're so slick. You owe me one of those handhelds, by the way. The idea came from me. So let me get this straight. Your One X with your 10.9 inch screen idea came from me. Yeah. Couple months ago, or weeks now, or even days now, I made a video about the Steam Deck 2, and I said the Steam Deck 2 needs a 10-inch screen, 10 to 12-inch display, and just be done with it. And I went like this. I told everybody, keep this and this the same. Keep all this. Keep this where you rest your hands and where you have the analog sticks and the button the same. But all you do is take this, move it over here, take this and move it over here, and drop a 10-inch or 12-inch screen in between those two analog sticks. Yeah. The idea came from me. So when I saw the One X, I know where they got the idea from. You're looking at them. Okay? Anyway, you're like, what? Yeah. I made a video a couple months now talking about the Steam Deck needs a 10 to 12-inch display. I was saying that they keep all this the same, right? Keep all this the same. And then all you do is just move this over here, move this here, and just drop a 12-inch 10 to 12-inch screen in the middle. Yeah, the idea came from me. So One X try to capitalize off of it. Okay? You're like what? When you see the picture, you'll see what I'm talking about. Listen to this. Says here, Onexplayer reveals Onexplayer X1 price. New Intel Meteor Lake handheld starts at $895 US. See, price affects some people, price don't when it comes to these handhelds. But anyway, says here, Onexplayer has unveiled more information about the X1 3-in-1 handheld power by Intel Meteor Lake CPU starts at $859 US. One X X113 handheld device provides user with minimum performance by utilizing Intel Meteor Lake CPU base model starts at $895. Says the One X X1 has made great strides in the industry, especially when it was announced a month ago, since not only did it features Intel Meteor Intel Core Ultra CPU, but it came with a distinctive design that wasn't seen in the industry. Yeah, it came from me, One X. Yeah, I made the video months, days, and weeks ago. Yeah, and I was talking about the Steam Deck 2. When I said the Steam Deck 2 needs a 10-inch display, I said keep this the same. Keep this the same with the analog stick and all, because you can rest your hands. But what Valve need to do now is put a 10-inch or 12-inch display in between the two analog sticks. The idea came from me. Okay? Yeah. Anyway, says here, the handheld is everything you need from a modern day device, where it is gaming or casual performance, or even on the onboard features to support light consumer workload. The 3-in-1 form factor is indeed one of its kind in the market, and we can't wait to see the Onexplayer X1. So One X developers, can you please send me one, please? Just saying. But anyway, brings to it consumers. Menace Forum is also going to its other Menace Forum is also going to offer its V3 3-in-1 handheld with a similar user experience, but it's based on AMD Ryzen 8040 Hawk Point APU. And it says here, the first and foremost, let's dive into the detail about the onboard CPU, which are none other than Intel Core Ultra 155H and Core Ultra 7125H, both of which are seen as the next processor to dominate the handheld market due to performance per watt ratio they features in terms of specification. The Core Ultra 7 155H feature 16 core in a 16 plus 8 plus 2 configuration, 22 threads, a base clock of 3.8 gigahertz, a boost clock of up to 4.8 gigahertz and 24 megabytes of L3 cache, and a 28 watt TDP. The Core Ultra 7 125H feature a 14 core design with 18 threads, 3.56 gigahertz base clock, and a 4.5 gigahertz boost clock. It carries 20 megabytes of cache and is configured as a 28 watt TDP. Says the Onexplayer has all the goodies presented in it. Another interesting area to delve into is the handheld onboard display. It features a 10.95 inch 2.5 LTPS display with the maximum resolution of 2560 by 1600 pixel, along with a 120 hertz refresh rate and a 540 nit brightness. The display also comes with a 138% sRGB color gamut, ensuring that whether it is gaming or media consumption, a consumer gets the most out of the display. Onex developers, you got the idea from me. Yeah, and I have the video to prove it. So whenever you guys have the time, can you please send me one? Just saying it, but I'm saying it, I'm joking though. But you did get the idea from me though. Just saying. But anyway, it says here, moving to storage and memory option, the Onexplayer comes with support for LPDDR5X memory, clocked at 7467 megahertz, putting it in higher end range of industry since Meteor Lake CPUs are known to work best with higher speed memories. The conclusion of it makes sense in this case, and the performance is expected to be top notch. Moreover, for storage, the device comes with an M.2 2280 PCIe 4.0 SSD slot. Says here says for the consumer-oriented feature, the Onexplayer X1 is packed with elements that makes it a user-friendly device with extensive customization option. The device comes with the option of detachable controllers, giving users the right to adjust the usage of their device however they like. Moreover, the device has a magnetic base slot for both detachable controller and keyboard to provide users with an easy plug-and-play mechanism, making the overall experience much smoother. Then it says, in terms of onboard ports, the Onexplayer X1 comes with a 2x USB 4 Type-C interface, along with one USB 3.2 connectivity. Moreover, the device features an Oculink port as well, giving consumers the option of connecting an external GPU as well, along with a TF Transflash port as an additional storage option. The Onexplayer X1 supports Wi-Fi 6E, along with Bluetooth 5.2 connectivity. Hence, in terms of department, the device doesn't lack in any manner. Then it says, now moving on to a more decisive factor, which is pricing of the handheld. The Onexplayer X1 is available in two different onboard CPUs. As mentioned earlier, the company has integrated package. If a consumer wants to purchase with the Onex GPU, which is their portable eGPU solution designed to provide the maximum graphical performance, you can look at the pricing details. Then it shows the price here for a 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte, 4 terabyte, like the 1 terabyte, 16 gigs, $859, 1 terabyte, 16 gigs, Onex GPU, $1509. Then the Ultra 150. Then it says 32 gigs, 1 terabyte, $999. 32 gigs, 1 terabyte, Onex GPU, $1649. 32 gigs plus 2 terabytes, $1,069. 32 gigs and 2 terabyte Onex GPU, $1,017.19. 64 gigs, 4 terabyte, $1,399, and 64 4 terabyte 1X GPU, $2,049. And then it says here, overall, the Onexplayer X1 is a great handheld device which is focused on multitasking and providing the most up to its user. The device crowdfunding campaign will start January 24th. If you are willing to snag one right away, make sure to avail the complimentary accessory offered by the firm as well. But this is just the Ultra, the Onexplayer Ultra 7 125 with 16 gigs is $859. Then the 125 16 gigs 1 terabyte 1X GPU is $1,509. Then the Ultra 7 155 32 gigs is $999. Then the 155H, that's Ultra 7, 32 gigs of RAM plus 1 terabyte 1X GPU is $1,649. Then the 155 32 gigs plus 2 terabytes is $1,069. I keep saying 600. Then it says the 155H 32 gigs plus 2 terabyte 1X GPU is $1,719. Then the 155H 64 gigs plus 4 terabytes is $1,399. And then the 155H 64 gigs 4 terabyte 1X GPU is $2,049. And then it says here complimentary accessories within 72 hours. Backstand, preamp, screen protector, controller, protecting back, magnetic keyboard. After 72 hours, backstand, pre-applied screen protector and controller. Alright, so look, the 1X GPU, the idea came from me, because I made a video about the Steam Deck 2. When I said the Steam Deck need to come with a 10 to 12 inch display, I said keep this the same, don't change this. Keep the length. I'm talking about where you rest your hand in the controllers with the analog stick and buttons. Keep this the same. Plus the touchpad. Keep all this the same. Don't change it. Keep all this the same. Don't change it. And all you do is just take all this, move it over here, take all this, move it over here, and drop a 10 to 12 inch display in the middle. I came up with the idea, and 1X try to capitalize off of it. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, they do owe me one, by the way. just saying. But I'm sitting here playing around though. But look, yeah, the idea came from me. So what 1X did the same thing. They got the D-pad the same. They keep it the same, just like how the Steam Deck they kept that the same, just like how the Steam Deck length and width, where you rest your hand and your thumb, the length and width of that, they kept that the same, but all they did was move it here and then move it here, and then they drop a 10 inch, was it 10 point, what was the screen size here? Let me see here. A 10 point, where's the screen size? Where's the screen size? Screen size. 10.95 inch screen size. Okay, they got the idea from me because they were watching my videos. Because I was like this. I said, take this. When it comes to the Steam Deck 2, I was saying the Steam Deck needs a 10 inch or 12 inch display. So I say keep all this, meaning keep all this, all of this from here to here. Don't change it. Don't mess with it. Keep all this. You take all this, move it over here. Take all this, move it over here, and then put a 10 to 12 inch display in the middle. The idea came from me, and 1X try to capitalize off of it. Okay? Yeah. So and if you don't believe me, look the video up that I did when I was talking about the Steam Deck 2 10 or 12 inch display. You see where I'm coming. You see where I'm coming from. So 1X now try to capitalize off of it. But they owe me one of those handhelds because they got the idea from me. Anyway, which means they're watching YouTube to see what gamers say. Okay. Anyway, but other than that, man, good work on their part though. They capitalize on it. I mean, if you see the picture, you're like, wait a minute, Chris came up with the. You're gonna be as soon as you see the picture, you're gonna be like, Chris came up with the idea. Yeah, you'll see. But anyway, I'm gonna save it. But anyway, but good move on their part. Good move on their part. They capitalize on it, and yeah. If you got the money for it, go for it. You know what I mean? Go for it. That's what I say. See, 1x. Let me save this. Yeah, 1x. Yeah, the idea came from me, man. Remember when I was talking about the Wii U, and I said when I was telling people that remember when I was talking about the Wii U, when people were telling you that it was sales, it wasn't sales. The biggest problem with the Wii U was the 3DS. They need to get rid of it, and they refused to do it because with the Wii U, you had a handheld and console. You had a handheld docking station and console, plus the Wii U Pro controller and the external hard drive to deal with. Remember that? Yeah. Developers are watching YouTube, just to let you know. They're watching YouTube. They are. Okay? And they're learning from people like me. But anyway, but they capitalized off my idea though. 1x. Yeah, you did. Anyway, but other than that, man, good move on their part though. They nailed it. You know, they nailed it. They took the idea from me and then seen what I was talking about, and then they kept the controller part like this, same size and same length, and all they did was took a 10-inch display and drop it in the middle, just like I've been saying, and they capitalized on it. But other than that, man, good move on their part. They got some controllers for it. They got some like a laptop for it, I think. But they do got the handheld for it though, that's for sure. So yeah, comes with a Ryzen 840. It's a 3-in-1, 10.5 9-inch. Yeah, 540 nits brightness, sRGB 138%. They got 16. What's that? They got LPDDR5, 7467 megahertz, M.2, 2280, PCIe 4.0 SSD slot. Yeah, they were watching my video, man. Yeah, they got the idea from me though. But anyway, what else? What else? It comes with 2 USB 4.0 Type C, 3 USB 3.2. Got TF trans flash. What else? Wi-Fi 6E. Bluetooth 5.2. Yeah. They based on these prices here, yeah, it looks pretty good. It looks these prices. I mean, these prices shouldn't affect prices. This price shouldn't even affect people now because the way video games are getting demanding, and you know you need a bigger screen, man. You do. When it comes to these handhelds, and a 10-inch, 8 to 10 inch is perfect, man. Or 12-inch, you know. So yeah, they capitalize on it. That's for sure. And it's showing here in this picture. So yeah, 64 gig, 4 terabyte, 2049, 64 gigs, 4 terabyte, 1399, 32 gigs, 2 terabytes, 1719. Yeah, 32 gigs, 2 terabyte, 1069, 32 gigs, 1 terabyte, 1 terabyte, 1x, 1649. Pretty. They try to be reasonable, so yeah. These consoles, these handhelds are getting up there in price, man. So yeah. So 1x try to capitalize off my idea, basically. That's what they just did. I said it first. I said, look, take this, take all this, keep the length and width of this the same. Don't mess with it. Keep the length and width of this. I'm talking about the controllers. Don't mess with it, right? I even said make it detachable too. But I also said now, Keep all this the same, and all you do is put a 10 to 12 inch in the middle, and be done with it. You heard it from me first. So yeah, Onex saw my video, and they capitalized off it. That's what they did. So yeah, pretty good. But look, based on this picture shot that I'm looking at, oh yeah, looks pretty good, man. I mean, you like with today's video games now, a 10-inch display is needed, man. So you know, because Valve has the best, but to me, Valve has the best button layout, because when I was talking about it, I said, okay, keep this and this from here to here the same. Don't mess with it, right? Keep this and this the same. Don't mess with it. All you do is take this, move it over here, take this, move it over here a little bit, and put a 10-inch or a 12-inch display in the middle, and call it a day. Yeah. So Onex try to capitalize off of it, but other than that, man, you know, this handheld got its own controller, got analog D-pad, got this little like V-shape D-pad buttons, yeah, and what else? Comes with a micro SD card slot now. It has a what's that? An Accu Link port, yeah. So it capitalized where the Lenovo Legion, you know, it capitalized off the mistake where the Lenovo Legion didn't capitalize. That's what it looks like. Yeah. What else? Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Onex 3-in-1. Yeah. When you see the picture, you're gonna be like, yeah, I remember. You're gonna be like, wait a minute, I remember Chris talking about this, and yeah, they were watching, so they probably listened to what I said and said, okay, let's give it a go. Yeah. Anyway, Onex. But other than that, man, what this means is that the industry, you know, they're trying to stay competitive in this market, you know, so they have to step their game up and keep pushing. But other than that, they're good. Oh, all right. Onex 1. Yeah, because I was saying this about the Steam Deck. You know, when I looked at the screen size, I'm like, okay, you know what? Okay, keep all this. Don't mess with this. From here to here, don't mess with it, right? And from here to here, here to here, don't mess with it. All you're doing is taking all this and then move it over here a little bit. Take this and move it over here a little bit, and then drop a 10-inch or 12-inch display, and you're good. Ben said it. And then Onex probably saw that and like, okay, we're gonna capitalize off this, and that's what you're seeing. That's what you're seeing in the picture when you see the picture. But I was the first one who said it though. Anyway, let me stop playing around here. What else? That's it. Another handheld to the market. So yeah. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still Star Wars and Star Trek thing for Dark Side. Peace.